All right, we're live on the YouTube, although it likes to say on air. We'll see if anybody joins. We're a little bit late, but you know how it is. Just checking, make sure we're actually playing on YouTube. So, yep, we're on. I don't know who all will join us today. Who wanted to go live in the morning on yesterday on Wednesday, but well, it was a real busy day and we didn't wake up in time.
Well, they got a delay too. So
Not only did they get a delay, the whole school got canceled. So
They go out. Them are too long.
hey, Happy Pepper, good
Hey,
morning to
Happy.
you. Yeah, it's a interesting Thursday morning. It's not the prettiest outside. It's wet, but it is warmer.
Windy, it looks like.
It is a lot warmer than it was the other day. Because it was real cold. Yes, it is coffee time.
Yep, we got our coffee.
Yep.
Well, for me, it's, what is that called?
Hey, Will. Good morning to you.
Hey, Will.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
6 degrees there.
Where
Happy's at.
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel for you.
Even in our worst days, we were around the 20s.
Yeah, so far.
6 degrees.
Last winter, it got down in the
Single
digits, but so far, so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I hope everybody's having a good morning.
Chat at all.
So yeah, we had started discussing something before stream, but I figured why not just discuss it on the stream. So I had mentioned to her, would she like a lattice type setup with wire, kind of like the hog panel wire, or would she rather have a more tree? It literally, it looks more like a tree setup with the wire going around a metal stake or a piece of wood and then they fill in dirt around that metal or wooden post, and they have wire wrapped around it.
And my comment to him was, I'd like to have both, according to what I'm going to use it for.
Going down to -9 with 30-degree chill from wind. Oh my goodness.
I still don't know if that sounds as bad as Cade, though.
Well,
Susie. Oh, my goodness.
it's worse than us.
Yeah.
Well, what I was talking about was either basically like a panel of wire that you use as a lattice for something like beans or anything that climbs,
I'm thinking cucumbers.
or something that we saw on a video where they farmed peppercorn. They would put in wooden, what's the good word for it? Wooden posts. They had a wire wrapped around, and then they filled in the void with dirt.
As they went, they started at the bottom, let it start growing up, and then you start filling in the dirt, and it takes root as
Yep.
it goes up. The Malabar spinach is one also. That one and the peppercorn for that. But I assume you could do even flowers on that, probably vining ones, but yeah, I was wanting to try and put up
Probably.
like cucumbers or anything small vining this year because the weeds.
The reason why I was asking
Yeah, I'm wondering that because I didn't
is
hear it.
because we have a couple of wooden posts where we were feeding the bees open, and we are no longer feeding the bees open. So those
Oh,
posts
yeah.
are going to waste. So we can either put those posts out and then take a strip of wire and have a strip of wire that plants grow on, or we could do the towers and fill them in with dirt.
If I'm only going to get one thing, then do strip wire and make it a long one. Because I got too many different things that need to vine.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Too many things that need to vine.
Like a big wire mater cage wrapped internally with landscape fabric, then filled with media. Kind of like that.
I don't think it was wrapped in anything though.
I don't think so.
It didn't look like it was wrapped, and that was what I thought was odd. But they said that you feel as you go, so you're letting that vine climb to make it, I guess, where the dirt, the media won't all fall out. It's the only thing I could figure because I was thinking, well, how are you going to keep it in there? But then we watched and it kind of showed that.
It was beautiful though.
Oh, yeah, it was pretty, but can't always go by looks, you know?
That's what I was
when
wondering.
You're limited.
Well, where do you want it?
I don't know that. I have to figure out where cucumbers and stuff like that will grow good.
Because I know we got two posts.
Are you done open feeding? I'm not sure if he is. Huh? And yeah, I know we do. No. Yeah. I'm hoping to have more plants so they have more to eat off of the bees this year. I hope. I know me and Innocence was in here talking about her garden spot, and I'm wanting to try to find me a good piece of wood so I can make her a sign I was talking to her about it, and she was she liked that idea. But yeah, she was really happy yesterday. We were in the kitchen. I was doing actually potting up some. Well, I wasn't potting them at that time. I'd already done that, but I was painting names onto whatever I could find to use as, pots. I run out of those cups.
Hello, Pyro.
And she was there with me, come in there talking to me, and I asked her if she checked her peppers yet, the moisture level in them, and she said, I need to go do that. And she went upstairs, and next thing I know, she come toting that whole thing, cupcake container down here, and she said, Mom, I got another pepper, and that other one, it looks like it's growing. And I had to break it to her that first one wasn't actually a pepper. And she said, well, I didn't think it looked like one. But she was tickled.
Well, she hasn't named her garden yet. Pyro, we're talking about my little sister, her daughter, is getting into gardening. And she had her first pepper sprout. And she was very excited.
She thought it was her second pepper sprout.
But somehow grass or something,
I don't know how,
got into an unopened bag of soil.
There was actually more sprouts. That grass did not look like normal grass, and she said, well, pull it out, Mom, because I had the container up looking in it. And I said, well, I was going to leave it and see what that was. And she said, if it's not a pepper, pull it out. She said, or I'll pull it out. So I just yanked it out. So she's keeping them moist, and everything looked right. Now, I did help her raise up her container. Took some boxes and stacked a couple boxes and set the container on it so it'd be closer to the light.
So yeah, that's what is mainly going on with her. She's starting to get some stuff sprouted.
She's wanting to plant more stuff, some more different stuff, but it hadn't yet.
I'm hoping that we can get some of our other stuff going real nice, like our tobacco. We got a couple of varieties that they just don't want to sprout.
Yep. I don't know if it's the seed or if they're just stubborn. But we've re-sowed them twice. That's the second time.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get them to sprout. It may just be a third time's the charm.
Yep.
I know a lot of the pepper sprouts we've moved. Well, she's moved them into their own their own larger containers.
I reuse a lot, so I'm reusing whatever to put them in. If it'll hold the soil, then I figure it'll work, at least for a while, and then I have to move them into something larger if they grow larger. But we had a lot that did not or has not sprouted yet. Several varieties, didn't we?
Mm-hmm. Well, Pyro, what do you want to change the topic to? Well, what's everybody drinking this morning? Or evening or night? I don't know where everybody's located, but it's morning here.
Yeah. Or having for breakfast. Or lunch or supper, depending, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Because now I'm drinking me some coffee. Yeah, see, it's nighttime there.
Oh, okay. I guess mine would be considered cappuccino or something, wouldn't it? What would that be considered? But
Would be
I'm
cappuccino then.
assuming, yeah, I'm assuming that's what it's
That's what it's
considered.
called.
Well, I'm not sure. You know, Jesse, that coffee.
Mocha.
Oh, is it mocha? Yeah,
Cafe mocha.
cafe mocha. Yeah.
That's kind of pop out. Looks like a little bit up there now.
Boy, it's 9:30 p.m. there, and it's like 9:30 a.m. here. Yeah, on the opposite side of the world.
Yeah. Dang.
Hey, make it Wayne.
Hey, Batman.
Well, I hope you have a good time at school, Pyro.
Yep.
I hope it's not too difficult. I know it seems like every year it gets more sophisticated versus the last.
Yeah. Harder. A lot harder. Well, looking brighter outside here a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's supposed to turn off colder here though.
So if it's the
Tomorrow.
nighttime there, won't be long, and he'll either he's either in the future now or he's
He or
behind.
she.
Or she, yeah. They're either in the future or they are behind.
Never thought of it that way.
So is it the 23rd or the 24th?
Yeah.
Or it could be the 25th.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, what is it? I think Australia might be in the lead. Whenever it comes to time zones. Well, see, it's the 24th. So he's about to be, well, he or she, they're about to be in the 25th.
Wow.
And we're just starting.
That's neat.
We're just starting the 24th.
Well,
I've not seen any spam since you guys
yeah,
got
no,
promoted
that's what I
on.
thought.
So looks like Google Plus, that group's a bit cleaner now.
That's a good thing.
That's good to know, Pyro.
Yeah, now we know.
I don't know where Bear is. He might be taking his kiddo to school today.
Yep. And Batman and Bear's on tonight.
Yep,
Yep.
the Bat and Bear show.
Yep.
That'll be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I just hope I'm not so tired that I fall
Well,
asleep.
you shouldn't be because you don't have class today too, do you?
No. That's just Monday and Wednesday. Which we were off this Monday,
Yeah.
thanks to the holiday. But yeah, it'll be the third episode of the new season. Well, see you, Batman. I hope you have a good day at work.
And see you tonight. I'm not bugging you.
Hmm.
I'm not bugging you
No,
with my glasses.
I was just making sure that the dog was all right.
Yeah, he's all right. He's just sitting here at me.
He's been a bit of a whiny baby.
Yeah, I'll see.
It won't be long. I'll have to go to work.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna fool with peppers today. Pepper plants. My little babies.
Yeah, colds do suck.
Who's gonna call?
Will said colds suck, and
Oh,
they do.
yeah, they do. Yeah, because it's like this right here, this virus thing. We still have effects from it. Seems to be worse at night for me.
Well, good night, Pyro. I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow.
Thanks for joining us.
And to think you'll be in the future.
Yep.
Hold on, Happy. We'll open that up. See the snow?
Yeah, oh my goodness. Peppers look good.
Mm-hmm. Loads of sprouts.
Uh-huh.
What fig sprig did you have or want?
I want any figs I can get. Any type, I don't care. I think what I've got, I don't know for sure, but I think that they are the, what's it called, brown turkey or something like that. Isn't that what they're called, Jesse? I'm thinking that's it, but I can't be for positive because they came from his great-grandparents' place. And I actually rooted them. So I don't know for sure, but I'm thinking that's what they look like. And then I know back in the fall, him and Jess brought me home a little one from Lowe's.
Yep.
That was marked down. And what was it, Miss
Little
Figgy?
Miss Figgy or Piggy, one of those.
I think it was Figgy. So I'm hoping that it does good. I love figs, and I have to say, oh my goodness, Innocence eats them up. My older daughter eats them up. They make awesome preserves. Really good. Huh? All the bees adore them, yeah. So does, oh my goodness, them Japanese hornets. That's the only thing about picking those figs is getting stung.
Mm-hmm.
But I know because I know my aunt had told me, or my aunt had told me, you know, I'm not gonna pick any more of those things. Yep. Because she one got her.
Yeah, I was out there whenever it happened.
And my uncle, she said they didn't get him once, and said he was just picking like crazy, and said I go to grab one, and it nailed me. I told her you have to watch because they get on the back side, and then the figs crack open. But to me, they're worth it.
He said he may be going to do lunch with Cody, so was going back by that greenhouse in Rock Hill. Now, Will, you don't have to.
No.
You don't have to get nothing, man.
No. You know, I've got the two older ones that I've got. They're big plants. Mm-hmm. They're big old. I don't know what would you call that, a bush, or mine are not really like a tree. They're more like a.
They're about the size of a hedge for blocking sight.
They're big, but we have a lot of dead we've got to get out of them. And I've actually rooted. I've actually got 3 of those. I forgot I had another one up there behind that building that we put there last year,
yep.
And it actually had figs on it. So I mean, I'm good on figs, but I'm interested in seeing if you can successfully grow them from seed. So, you know, I've been searching in the Facebook groups for the seed just out of curiosity. Or, you know, like these two brought me that one home that I think was like $1, you know, something like that. But as far as going and, you know,
You were right in it. So,
Yeah, well, we got Miss Figgy.
Rob Schaller stopped by. Hey, everybody, a quick wave and good day. It's past my bedtime.
Hey, Rob.
I don't know if you're still there, Rob, but hey, hope you have a good night rest.
Yep.
Who was it? The AM Buffalo guy in the PLC. He's got so many different kinds of figs. It's unbelievable.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, yeah, you're talking more like a cutting that's rooting than an established plant.
Yeah. Well, that's what, and when they trimmed those, I just got the limbs off of them, and that was really the first time I learned that I could root something, I guess, was with those figs. And because I'd watched my grandmother do it for a long time, and my uncle told me, he said, them won't root, they're too tall. You got too long of, you need the new growth. But them things rooted, and I had trees next year because I'd done the whole cut limb. So I'm lucky that it rooted that tall. But yeah, figs are awesome. Blueberries, I love my blueberries, but starting out, I had like 5 different types of blueberries, and they all died except for two different bushes, and one of those is really wonderful and one is not as wonderful.
Nope, there's Rob. He's still on. If it's past your bedtime, well, what time is it? Are you
Yeah,
also across the world?
he might be getting off of work or something.
Monster aloe plants. Oh, is it a normal aloe plant that's just really big?
Yeah, is it? I'm curious on that. Because I know you can, that's like mine. Well, mine is not as big as it was ever since our cat
The huge.
decided to mess him up.
Let's see, I have to get up at 2 p.m. Oh, Chicagoland. Well, Will, is it the normal sunburn aloe that's just really big?
They get big.
Yeah.
If they like where you got them or the soil you got them in.
That, and if the temperature and climate suits them.
Yeah, because I've had them like mine over there that I've got now, which looks terrible. I've had it at one point in time. It was big, but now it literally looks terrible. And then you've got your harder leaved aloes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got like agaves, which have that aloe look, or the century plant, which I used to have some large agaves.
It sounds like you're working all over.
Yeah. But here I had to take in the agaves.
Yep.
So that got to be a rather big task because I've made the mistake of planting them in the ground and they got ginormous.
These are monsters on steroids.
Huh.
You need to take a picture of that.
Yeah, or I wonder if they're called something different. We have to look that up. Oh, aloe's awesome. A wonderful plant.
Yep. Let's see. Trying to think of it. There was something else that got real big. Was it called jade?
Oh, I used to have a big jade.
Is that it?
Well, I had one, and then there's rubber trees. I had that.
Because we had one of those that got real big, and then it died. Most of it died.
They are weird. Jades they like certain spots, and if you get them in the wrong spot, they'll kick the bucket. But the one you're thinking about, Michael killed.
These may be agave.
They're probably agave. That's what I was thinking, or century. And I used to grow the agaves. I had the green, and then I had the green with like a white stripe, but they got some wicked thorns on them. Or the century plant.
Mostly related to aloe. American aloe.
Yeah. Huh. But it's probably is agave. They get ginormous. Now here, you had to put them in something, and that thing had got so big where I made the mistake of putting it in the ground with the banana trees in front of them, that I had to take it was some kind of big old barrel that was cut off, I think, something other of that nature. And it got so heavy you couldn't hardly take it in under the house every year. So, they were gorgeous though, but here they just wouldn't survive. Of course, I never tried mulching the crap out of them. I should have done that. That might have would have worked.
Mm-hmm.
I've got, if I'm not mistaken, or I wanted to get some seeds. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to look. Oh, those pineapple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What about those?
Anybody in the chat ever used seed tape?
Yeah, curiosity. They probably got agaves in. Is Will talking about something he's seen in a greenhouse?
Yeah, he said they had them in the back.
Yeah, it's probably agaves.
You can't get your hand around the stems on them.
Yeah, it's probably agaves. But I think aloes get big too. It's just I don't know if they get as big as an agave. Those things are gorgeous. I just don't think they would survive up here though. But we've got that one giant cactus survives.
Yeah.
It's been out there for, good grief, I don't even know how many years. And they survived I think they call it cholla or something like that.
It don't thrive, but it does
big.
grow, but
Yeah.
it doesn't spread real bad.
No, now if you cut the pieces off, they root really easy. I noticed this past, we had trimmed that one, and I rooted several we did out here, but what we didn't want to fool with trying to root, we took it and dumped it over in another area across the actual road. And I noticed it was growing this past season, but then that guy goes up to trim the side of the road and had trimmed them off. So.
Oh, so I think Will's used that seed tape before.
Oh, really? I wonder how well it works. So,
I don't know.
I don't either. I mean, that'd be perfectly spaced, though, if you think about it. On that seed tape, it perfectly spaces them, I think. Or that's the way it looks, anyhow. Oh, out here, that might be Deb's. I don't know. Okay. I'll ask her. I don't know, but I'm assuming that's still got their stuff in it.
Yeah, it's got big wheels.
I'm assuming it's hers.
We didn't have no mower with big wheels.
It's got a good brakes on it.
Well, don't they use it? They use agave to make, I think, tequila or something. Agave make tequila. Yeah, that's what I thought. That is interesting. Well, that's just like the angel trumpets, the datura. I can get them to come back here, but I have to mulch heavy, and then it's like they got this super late start, and you don't get them blooming until right before fall unless you fertilize them thoroughly.
Yeah, we got some seed that come in seed tape.
Yeah.
And we've never messed with it before.
Well, it seems like I did mess with one of those things that you lay out, but that was like wildflowers. And I couldn't tell that it really come up that good. But that was like some kind of mat.
Yeah, I had never messed with it.
I don't recall the tape, but it looks like it's perfectly spaced out now.
Supposedly, it, don't know what the word would be, dissolve, rot. It's supposed to go away over time. Yeah, I don't know. Don't know how well it works, but it's something. It's still a thing, so somebody must use it.
Was it radishes? I thought it was beets. One that's
I don't know.
I thought it was beets, but for. Beets. This is
okay, so that's beets.
rainbow blend.
Mm-hmm.
That folds out. Yeah. Yeah, that's some thin stuff. Kind of like, I feel like toilet paper.
Mm.
Actually, we'll feel that. It feels like toilet paper. Actually.
Yeah, biodegradable. There you go.
Yeah, it feels like toilet paper.
Yeah, see?
And those just peel. And I've got to get these ready. And I get some of that pineapple tomato. Also, yeah. Yeah, some of them. That way, make sure they're right, because in trade you just don't know. Right.
Yeah. Brando's chatting with me right now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. He's done drunk half a pot of coffee. He's got me beat.
I feel like I need to, so I get to feel better. Feel bad. Oh my goodness.
It's one of those things.
This crud is
Mm-hmm.
terrible. Choke me.
I hope Rob's not sick. Rob Blumberg.
Yeah, I hope not.
Because he mentioned feeling bad. Pretty certain it was him.
Yeah, it was.
I don't know if I've seen any colored beets.
I've seen them on like the internet. How are your rootings going, Will? That you're trying to root? I've got my I'm still trying to get this vanilla bean to root.
Mm-hmm.
And she said it takes a long time to be very patient. So I've just left it alone. But I think I don't know. I think it.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's dying.
No, it looks. There it is. That's the vanilla bean orchid vine. But it'll take. I mean, it takes a long time to get them to actually bloom, bloom and have the vanilla beans on them. So I'm looking at a long time. If it roots.
Mm-hmm.
And she talked like it could take, oh my goodness, a long time to root. So just a waiting game on that.
I don't know if Happy Pepper's still with us.
I don't know.
But if he is, are you still working? Is your boss working you too hard?
Your boss giving you a hard time, Happy.
I just had to make that joke.
No. Oh, this crap.
This crazy dog. That's right, lay down. He might be at work. No, there he is. He is working. Never gives him a day off. You are a valuable employee. You need a fun day out in the snow.
Build a snowman. I hope they root for you. Rooting anything's just like a wait and see game.
Yep.
I need to stick some more stuff.
Happy Pepper needs a raise. Yeah, I don't know. Anybody's drinking any coffee other than Brando. Brando's drinking him some coffee.
I was going to try that root. What do you call that thing? Cloning bucket.
Yeah, we bought a cloning bucket. And
He bought one a long time ago, but for rooting, I mean, I did get a rose to spring a root, but I tell you, I hadn't had very much luck in that thing. I had more luck out here beside the house. So I thought about trying it one more time. And then I thought about, well, I could just use it like I use that bubbler for that coffee and just put some plants in it. I'm thinking about just doing that.
Wouldn't mind doing some vertical gardening.
Vertical. I'm trying to think. Is that going up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody done that on YouTube. I remember watching a video of it. But Space
47 site cloner. That's a lot of holes by the sound of it. Because we saw your $40 arrow garden.
I don't know.
Yeah, the cloning bucket we bought, it has a pump that has holes that the water shoots out of, and it splashes up against the side of the net cups, but it just doesn't root good.
Hey, Ning. How are you?
Oh, that's cool, Will. He got him some Jersey coffee beans.
Oh, that does sound good.
Batman's up in New Jersey. Oh, well, I'm glad you're doing good.
Yep.
Yeah. 47 site cloner. That sounds pretty big.
Yep.
Unless it's for like really small cuttings. You know what I mean, size-wise.
Yeah. I got so much I need to do. I need to clear out a spot in there and try to make soap. I've been needing to do that for a while now.
Two-inch net pots.
You not going to soap anymore, Nene? I hadn't I hadn't soaped in a while, but it's mainly health and then room. It's like my area's cluttered.
Oh, a baby on the way.
Oh, well, congratulations.
That's wonderful
Oh, that
news.
is. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know I need to soap, and I've had days where I could have soaped, but I don't know, just so much it seems like. But I know Velma and Amy and Evangeline sent me some little bottles of fragrance oil. I was just I was out of fragrance oils, but so I've got those. I've just got to do me some recipes and um, try to plot it out, I guess.
Maybe do some new stuff.
Well, Innocence, my she's wanting to do more, and
And I was thinking of something, which, since we got a couple of fellow pepper people in the chat, what do y'all think? Would y'all use some sort of soap bar with pepper in it for something like relieving any pains, like if you got back pain, using it there to try and relieve that pain?
Good gag gift. That'd be a mean gag gift if you use something mean in it. I thought about doing salve.
I just didn't know if
you could do salve, lotion, something of that.
I just didn't know if you could use something like that to help relieve pain in areas.
Cayenne is what usually.
Well, there's Brooke. Hello, Brooke.
Hello.
I didn't know if you could make like a scrub.
A balm. You could, but I mean, you could, if you wouldn't want to get that in soap on certain areas.
Exactly.
And you'd want to wear gloves because if you do it like I'm bad to do things as far as my soaps are concerned, I'm bad to infuse, where you're going to get a lot of that capsaicin from that pepper into the soap.
See you, Happy.
Bye, Happy.
Well, I was thinking like a scrub on a stick.
Well, yeah, that's a thought. And then I've got my loofah sponge in there. Nina, I've been wanting to do that. I've got, how many have I got? 4 loofahs in there, big loofahs that I need to.
They finally dried out.
Yeah, I need to take the seed out of those, and I wanted to do some loofah soap, and I'm just, it's like I don't know, my brain can't comprehend everything. I need to, I guess, take time and maybe weigh out some oils and get stuff separated in bowls and stuff like that. But then I'm not sure if I got all the oils I need. to do it. What did he?
Reaper soap would truly be evil.
Yeah, that would. I mean, I did the one that I sent Crazy K had no pepper in it. But I love to make that soap dough and just sit and
He's
play with
talking
it.
about
Oh, I
if you made
know.
a bar of Reaper in it.
Well, I could make one, but Nene knows because she's made soap. If you go putting a wicked pepper, if you do it right, that's going to be a hot
I
as
wasn't
crap.
thinking of using
So
anything super hot.
that would be, yeah, that would be hot.
That'd be too hot.
Well, Ning, when Jess had to have that surgery and everything, and then got told he couldn't work, and he's been out of work
Over a year now.
over a year, can't go back to work. We come to the conclusion. Plus, this one here had already started getting into wanting to grow, and I used to grow stuff and had got away from it, but we come to the conclusion that we'd be better off to be more
sufficient.
Yeah, try to grow stuff and put stuff up, and because everything changed, and we went from having to struggling more. I mean, we never we always struggled at some point, but now it was like just night and day. Harder for the kids, but they're doing a lot better with it.
Yep.
Let me see who that is.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody would buy it. I just don't know if they would buy it to generally use it for relieving pain, or if they'd buy it as a gag gift and give it to somebody or set it out as a gag. Oh, that's cool. A cabin.
What?
Neen said she agrees about being self-sufficient and trying to build a cabin in West Virginia.
Oh.
And Will thinks he bet somebody would buy the Reaper soap.
I thought about that too, Will, because of gag gifts, but somebody could get, I'd have to put warnings on it.
Pepper
Oh, I know.
balm.
Yeah, but Neen.
Oh no,
Honey. Okay.
that reminded me of Innocence.
Well, no,
whenever
think
she
about
ate
it.
that pepper.
Okay, people want to plump their lips. Now, I made my own lip balm that time, and I used cinnamon oil. That was one thing. But really, you felt the heat off of it, but it really plumped your lips while, it was affecting them right then. But I wonder if that pepper lip balm would work.
All I can think of is whenever Innocence tried that and she said, "Oh, my lips."
Yeah. I mean, it really actually plumped them, and you'd be amazed. That was back whenever I was able to actually go to the sale every week, and I was going to the sale on every weekend, wasn't I? And I mean, it went like people loved it, but I don't know. I just don't get as much done anymore. It seems like the older I get, the slower.
No. Well, let's see. We could make some Reaper soap and send it out to people, but I don't know what you would do. Would you just say, "Oh, here's something to use, ha ha"? Or would you do something like, oh, here's the Reaper Soap Challenge. Video yourself using it to wash your hands or something, you know. How would you go about doing that? Or would you just give it to them and see what happens? Yeah, all that soap starts to get heavy once you start putting it all together. Cinnamon scorpion lip balm.
You'd be amazed. I bet you people would actually use it.
A new viral challenge on YouTube. Well, that's what I was telling them. We could make some and send it out, but would you just say, "Oh, here's some Reaper soap, haha," or would you say, "Oh, here's the Reaper soap challenge. Video yourself washing your hands."
Well, you'd have to put warnings on
Or
it.
would you,
That's for
or would you
sure.
just send it to them and not say anything and see what happens?
No, you couldn't. I mean, you would.
Well, I mean, you obviously put labels on it,
Yeah.
but you don't act like it's a gag gift.
I don't know. And I'm bad to try everything that I make. Oh dear. That wouldn't be
It's
fun.
been 6 hours. It's still burning.
Yeah, I don't like the thoughts of that. Now, if you had muscle aches, or that could really make a difference. Oh my goodness. Oh, you'll have me infusing peppers.
It's a bar, and it's an inch by inch square.
Oh, like the sample bars. I don't know.
Infused with Reaper.
Probably. And then your eyes, you'd have to watch your eyes because that would not work out good.
Nothing like some Reaper eye drops.
Oh, sound good.
I had one of them little white Chupatinos shoot me in the eye.
I kept waiting on something to do that to me. Actually, when I was doing some of those peppers, I put on my safety glasses I wear for making soap neat. I was in there doing them, trying to get the seed out of them peppers. But do you think you'll ever get back into soaping, Ning? Because if you do, you might want to store, I mean, as far as like molds or, the stuff like that, you may want to store it so that you'll have it later on.
Peppermint Reaper balm. Icy hot.
Yeah.
She said I hope to.
Well, if you do, I would store anything like your molds, or if you're like me, I've got, as far as like, well, in mold wise, for me, I've got my like wooden molds that they made me. I don't have a whole lot of the silicone molds.
Nope, there's
But,
Brando.
hey, Brando.
Good morning.
But I would store anything like that. I mean, that's like me. See, it's been, went for a year. And, it's tempting because we're limited space. And I think, well, dang, I got all this stuff. It's in my way. But then I know, if I get rid of it, I'm going to need it at some point. And my husband actually wanting to use one of my molds. And I'm going to put it up, and I'm going to use it eventually.
Well, I hope you have a good day at work, Brando.
Yeah, yeah, you'll need to move those out because they won't store for a long amount of time, and sounds like you're gonna have your hands pretty full with a new baby.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I would definitely move those on. Now, and if you want to make a post in, if you're selling the stuff, if you want to make a post in soaping and such, go ahead and do it because a lot of people would probably be tickled to be able to have a chance to buy. I can't buy anything, or I would have done. Oh, believe me, I've done my looking on Nature's Garden and all of those sites, and
What do you think about that Peppermint Reaper lip balm?
I can make it. I mean, if they want to try it, that's on them. I'm not going to be. But yeah, I can make it. I can make the cream. I can make the lotion, save. She's approved. Woo!
Said she probably won't have a book start Monday, but they'll be all right. She'll be on part of it. And probably some more likely to be more like orientation for teacher and special teacher, special IEP teacher.
All right.
So she will be
Awesome.
getting a help.
Oh, thank God. That's awesome.
I don't know if Brando's still on, but hey, Brando, would you use Peppermint Reaper lip balm or Reaper soap?
Or what was the one that Will said?
Scorpion.
Scorpion. Yeah.
I don't feel like I'm taking that. Probably clean pores up, but
Nina, I don't turn anything down as far as that because I do plan on starting back. I've just got to get me a spot. I done a lot on the porch last year, but yeah, I don't turn down nothing because I've got, like I said, Innocence is wanting to learn. She has taken a fascination to what we're the soaping aspect, of course, because she watched me do it for so long. And then the growing. And I want to encourage her, don't you? And as far as the soap's concerned, I mean, I need to make some. My husband's been on to me because he's got his certain ones, like the charcoal. I've got aunts that's wanting skin renewal and itch away. And then, Innocence, she wants to just do whatever, swirls. And honey, I've got flowers that's piped and ready. I'm just
Brando
so behind.
didn't hear the question.
Oh, well, go ahead and ask him.
Brando, would you use a Peppermint Reaper lip balm or Reaper soap? Hello, Atten.
Hey, Atten and Neen, it may just take a while, as far as your daughter getting into it. I enjoy doing those flowers, but I got to be in the mood for doing them. Oh, Brenda says it sounds cool.
Now, sounds cool, and I will use is two different things.
Miss Potter. Just about the soap.
That's what he said. Sounds cool
The
too.
soap.
Sounds
I thought it was
cool
a lip
and
balm.
will use
are two
are
different
two different things.
In other words, would you wash your hands with it? Or would you wash, say, I don't know, something that hurts, like your feet, or in my case, my legs?
See you, Neen.
Bye, Ning. And congrats again on the baby. And keep us updated. And feel free to share pictures in the group too, because I love to see little babies. He said he'd try it. Would
Now
you?
I might would actually try the Reaper soap in areas that hurt, like my feet and my back.
I think I'd wear gloves if my hands weren't hurting. Are you trying to inspire me so I get back into my soaping really good? Give me something new to.
Now,
Oh my goodness.
lip balm's a different story. I don't like lip balm
Eh.
or chapstick.
Soapy. I like it. And
I don't use it.
well, and then there's Sive. I mean, that works really well to spread on sore areas. And most of the time, you would think of using cayenne, would be the thought. But I guess if you want some severe burn from it, I guess Reaper be the way to go.
Make it a challenge. Because they lick their lips.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my goodness. That's true.
Well, we'll have to see how.
And you can actually flavor it too.
We'll have to see how this year's grow goes for one.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have to have the peppers. True.
But you never know, we might do something like that. I don't know who all would be interested in trying.
I plan on doing more honey, I hope, next year if the bees cooperate.
I'll see you, Brando.
Bye, Brando. Thanks for coming in and joining us.
Yep. Well, it's getting about that time. Gotta head out. So,
Yeah.
thanks everybody that come and watched and hung out, and hopefully we'll get to do another coffee chat sometime.
Yep.
It just one of those things where if we're not busy and up, then we hop on, and if we are, then obviously we won't be on.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for watching everybody, and see you later.